I don't remember where anything is. Uh-oh. That didn't fade out right. And I'm sitting here, I'm looking for the sound effect that I normally use. And I couldn't find it, but
I don't think that's your normal one either.
no, I was looking for that the laser beam. I can't remember where that was. But,
I was waiting for that to start to fade out so I could say something while
Yeah.
you're looking.
Well, shit, here we are.
Yeah.
We are back again after a long break.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing better now.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, we missed last week. I got the flu.
Oh yeah, that'll take you out for a week.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it honestly wasn't too bad.
No?
I don't know what the hell that noise was. My boss got it before Christmas, and then we took whatever the week.
Yeah.
And then I went back, and he had not come back yet because he was still sick. It was like a week and a half later. He was still sick because he didn't go. It was him and everyone in his family are in the house. We all had the flu.
Oh man.
And none of them went to the doctor.
Of course.
They just figured they'd tough it out. There was nothing you could do.
It's the worst thing you could do in that situation.
Yeah, so at any rate, so I went back, and he wasn't really around, but, I still had to answer calls and everything, and, I went back on Friday after New Year's.
Yeah.
I went in fine. By, lunchtime, I was starting to cough, starting to have, this, burning sensation in my sternum.
Man.
But I was like, great. Don't even tell me, it was, on the phone or something, and I'm going to get sick. And then I was decently fine, all of Friday. Had dinner Friday night, and then I just, I felt like I ate way too much, even though I don't think I did. It was just, all of a sudden, it was like, oh, good God, I got to go to bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Like inner, or was it more like stomach? Like upper stomach, or
No, yeah,
down
it
below?
was stomach, almost like I just ate too much, kind of like I don't.
Bloated feeling?
Not even bloated, just almost ate so much you feel like you're going to puke.
Oh, okay.
Just so backed up.
I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, geez, whatever. So I went to bed, woke up Saturday morning. It was awful. I was nauseous, whatever, to the point where I never take Advil. I never take any over the counter or anything. I took a Dayquil because Michaela had put it out for me the night before. I took it to work thinking, okay, if this doesn't get any better,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take some.
Yeah, kind of at that point.
And then had that long ride into work, and the whole time, my head was just swimming. I was just
Really?
all the motions made me even more sick. Everything.
So was it more of it wasn't like a headache, it was more of just like a nausea, almost ears fucked, when your ears get weird when you're not in balance type thing?
Yeah. Well, at that point, it was a little bit headache, whatever in my head, but it was just mainly nauseous. So as soon as I got to work, took the Dayquil, and I felt a lot better. I was like, all right, cool. And I lasted the whole day. And then 8 hours later, my head started to spin again. I was like, it was when I was punching out. So I was like, great, it lasted 8 hours. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go home and do Christmas with my brother's family.
Oh, jeez.
But it snowed bad, or was supposed to snow bad that day. So my mom canceled. So we were supposed to do it the next day. I said, I got a cough, but Dayquil seems to help. So I just won't go near my nephew.
Jesus.
But man.
If only you knew at that moment you were going to infect your entire family.
No, well, to end that, we didn't end up doing anything because I woke up at 3 a.m.
Oh, wow.
nauseous. I crawled to the bathroom, got more Dayquil, took that, and just Saturday. After that, I slept half-hour increments, and finally got out of bed. 6 or 8, and just laid on the couch so I didn't wake up the lady.
Yeah.
And when she got up, she took my temp. It was 102. And then, because I was just laying there under the blanket, not moving, nothing at all. I don't know.
Do you even remember that moment, or did the fever kind of
No, I kind of remember it because then sometime later, I don't know if it was hours or an hour or a half hour, whatever it was. She came back, took my temperature again. Then it was like 102.2. So then, she found a walk-in that was open and dragged me there. I couldn't even really stand.
Jesus.
And so, anyways, got the flu. That should we introduce the show because?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to just end this?
Well, no. I was I already had it planned out where when you were done with your sick thing, I was gonna do like a. I don't know why I'm telling you my plans for the show.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish this story then, because.
Sorry, I was I was shutting off those notifications, but.
So so she drags me to the walk-in. I'm so nauseous because again the car ride makes me sick and whatever. We get there. There's like one other person in the waiting room, so I was like, great.
That's nice.
Yeah, they'll see me right away. So we're sitting there waiting, and nobody's even at the desk. Ugh. And I feel like my head's just like doing one of them bobbing motions. Like,
that's the worst. Been there a million times.
So finally, we waited a little bit, but not too bad. Finally, they brought me in, and
dead on sight, buddy. Come on, that was a good one.
So
they brought you in.
Yeah, so she's like, and it was hard for me to talk because I had no like strength at all.
Really?
Like I said, it was even
so
hard.
So you were burning up, head swimming.
Yeah, I was hard to stand. I couldn't use any muscle. Like every time she gave me the thermometer, it was like. Yeah, like I just kind of like slapped myself in the face to get it in my mouth.
Why are you hitting yourself?
Yeah.
Good thing she didn't want you to put it in your butt. She'd think you're turning her on.
So the nurse comes in, and she's like, all right. She asks a couple questions, how I'm feeling, and she's like, all right, well, it sounds like we have, two of the most common things right now are the flu and strep that's going around. And it sounds like you could be in the beginning of either one.
Yeah.
Probably the flu, but whatever. We're going to do both tests anyways. So I was like, okay. It's like, okay,
man.
For the strep, I just got to take a sample from the back of your throat.
I know what's coming.
And so I don't know if it's because I was sick or what, but I was thinking like, oh, she needs to take a sample from my mouth. Like she said the back of my throat, but for some reason in my head, I heard, just, a sample from your mouth, thinking that was like a cheek swab. She's like, all right, can you open wide? She does a whole tongue compressor thing. And she just, like, takes this, like, wooden stick, like, like the cotton swabs, but no cotton. Or maybe they're
just a wooden stick?
That's what it felt like.
Like the back of the cotton swab
Yeah,
stick?
pretty much. That's what it felt like.
Ugh.
And she's like, all right, ready? I was like, yeah. She goes, boom! Like shanks me in the back of my throat. It was just like total Family Guy, like finger gag, like and my cheeks like puff up like a chipmunk.
Oh my!
She's like,
God.
you're gonna puke. I just sit there with my fist in my. I got it. I'm good. A little more than that. No, that would have been funny though.
Wrong one. There it is.
Yeah, I threw the table. Plates everywhere.
So my goodness.
So she gave me a second.
I could just imagine her like if she had a dart, like was throwing a dart.
Yeah, exactly.
And just boosh.
Ready?
Why wouldn't you throw up after that?
Yeah. And I just got through telling her I feel nauseous and I'm like slumped over. But whatever, she had to do it. And I like instantly start like sweating. Try not to puke.
She had a lovely taste in your mouth after that.
Yeah. And then she's like, all right, the next one for the flu is we got to take a swab from your nostril. Again, I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. Like,
well, you're not thinking. That's
exactly.
You're just.
I'm thinking she's gonna, clean out my nose for me.
Yeah.
And oh boy, did she! She like holds the back of my head, like the soft spot, and like rams whatever. I don't even know what it was, but she's just like, and I felt it behind my eyes. Instantly, my eyes open up, just like start crying like a baby.
Holy shit.
Almost, just like total face was wet in tears. She pulls it out, and like the whole test takes like 5 minutes. She just puts it in like almost like a pH test. She just puts it in a little petri dish kind of thing, waiting for it to turn color. And just like before that, my nose wasn't running at all. It was just like a headache, nausea, whatever. I wasn't like drippy nose, coughing a lot, whatever. It was more just like internally like burning up. So my eyes open up, my nose opens up. Jesus. It was just like,
did she pop a bubble up there or something?
Exactly. I don't know what the hell she did. I felt it behind my eyes, I swear.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, man.
And then she's like, all right, we're all set.
I mean, last I knew, you're only supposed to go so far. Like, you've always been taught when picking your nose as a kid, like, you're not supposed to go too far.
If we're judging finger, what it felt like was probably like literally my whole finger.
Holy crap.
I literally felt it somewhere up here, yeah.
Pop an eye out.
Tickling my brain.
Jesus.
So, and then waiting a couple minutes, and Michaela's sitting there laughing at me because, like, first it's like I almost puke, and then all of a sudden my face just explodes with moisture. Yeah. Doctor walks in, he's like, all right, this is quick. You have the flu. How you want to go back to work on Thursday, Friday, something like that? I was like, I don't know. You tell me. Right now, I feel like shit. He's like, we'll just say Friday. He's like, and then like he made me breathe, and he's like, all right, yep, it is the flu. Easy, quick, huh? Okay, yeah,
yeah. Was he expecting you to high five him at that moment?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. That was a boring patient.
I hit the wrong button. There it is. There's the high five.
Yeah, I don't know. That was it. It was.
So it was just a miserable week after that of.
Not even. He gave me a prescription for Tamiflu.
Gotcha.
And first place we went didn't have it. Had to drive around, but after we finally got it, I had to take one immediately, and it was take twice a day. Then took another one at night, and then by like Monday at lunchtime, it was like a night and day difference between like Sunday passed out, not even be able to move on the couch, where Monday I could like shuffle around the house, eat a little bit.
Damn, that's pretty good then.
Yeah, this stuff works.
Yeah.
But I guess like, because when I got back to work, my boss still wasn't feeling better. I told him, I had Tamiflu, and so he started looking it up.
Oh, jeez.
Always, it's controversial, whether it works or not, and I was like, dude, I don't care.
Yeah.
I normally don't take anything. That was a hoax.
What?
Because the flu shot this year, because all they do is take last year's, or this year all they did was take last year's, pretty much. So it's that flu shot doesn't protect you, or it only protects like 20% of what's out there right now. So he's like, it was pointless. I have it. I got it. I have to, but I'm just waiting for the day that I have to call out because I have the flu.
Well, holy shit, that's crazy to come from a doctor when even he's telling you that it's bullshit. Because I've my entire life thought it was bullshit. I only got it when I had to back in school, but I haven't gotten it since.
No.
And honestly,
this is the first time I've gotten it.
Yeah,
that I can remember.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I would never think to hear that out of a doctor's mouth.
I don't know if he was talking like in general or just this year, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's man, but glad to hear you. You got better, and it's good to have you back for the show. And for those that are wondering, we can introduce the show here. This is the Geep and Gam podcast. That's Geep. I'm Gam, and if this is your first time listening, thanks for joining us, and if you're listening live, we really appreciate it. And so we are back after a long New Year's break, but and I know most people were expecting we were going to have a guest in tonight, but unfortunately, due to living in New England, we have constant shitty weather around this time of year.
Yeah, right now it's raining, icing, sleeting, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mother Nature covered all bases today.
Yeah.
It snowed, it rained, it sleeted, it slit, if you will.
Yeah. Our guest Well, he lives a good ways away from
He
here.
lives up in the rural northern parts
Connecticut?
of Connecticut.
Yeah. At any rate, he's got a long distance, so it's not just like a short, shitty ride. It would have been a long, shitty.
Yeah, especially the way back in the dark, and
Yeah.
it would have sucked. So I don't blame him, but
Yeah. But we're gonna get him in here. He said he's gonna try another day.
Yeah.
Hopefully this week, next week.
yeah, we really want to get him in here and bug him a little bit. And,
Yeah.
it's been so long since we've seen him, so it'd be nice to catch up, and
Yeah.
what better way to do it?
Yeah.
But so yeah, man, how was the New Year's for you? Other than
Jeez.
because you were sick after New Year's, so
Yeah. We did New Year's. It was nice. New Year's
first
Eve.
one in the house, right?
Yeah, New Year's Eve we did. I don't even remember. I know we went for a hike with my in-laws. We took took the dog and went for a decent hike
Nice.
at the park near us. I think other than that, we just hung out, watched a movie. Couldn't tell you which one it was because I've seen a couple
Yeah.
since being sick, but yeah, no, it was good. Just hung out, got ready because, New Year's Day, hung around, cleaned, and started picking everything up and whatever. And then we both went back to work on the 2nd
Oh, really?
for that Friday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to work that
Yeah,
Friday, too.
I
That
had
was
to work.
terrible.
And that's when I got sick, that Friday, Saturday when I was at work.
Yeah. That's the way to start the new year, right
That's
there.
what I mean, everyone's like, oh, yeah, at least your vacation got extended, but I would have rather had Friday, Saturday off and
Yeah.
not gotten sick rather than going back Friday, Saturday, getting sick, and then taking whatever next couple of days off.
I don't care how much time you have off. Being sick is never worth. I'd rather be at work any day.
Yeah, yeah.
That sucks.
Well, I don't know if I could say that, but
Well, I don't know. If you're in the heat of it, man.
yeah, in the middle of it, but when you're coming down the other side.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. 'Cause then
Yeah.
you're just hanging out playing video games with the dog all day.
Yeah. Baked, Michaela loves to tell his story. I don't know why, but one of the days we had run out of yogurt, so I had to go get a new starter to
Yep.
do a new batch. And she was at work, so I said, you want anything while I'm at the grocery store quick? She said, oh, if there's any cupcakes on sale. So I was like, I'm home. I'm feeling better. I'll just bake some.
Yeah.
So I went and got my little yogurt, whatever. Making cupcakes. Found looking through my recipe book. I was like, cheesecake, chocolate
Holy shit.
chocolate cupcake with cheesecake filling.
Oh, you woke me up.
And reading the recipe, and I must have still been sick or something because I could not read right at all. You know how like most people are like, you call for a teaspoon, and I did a tablespoon.
Oh, that guy.
That whole shit. Yeah, well, guess what? Somehow I made a teaspoon into a cup.
Wow.
Yeah.
Overestimated a little bit there, but you tripled,
not only this-
quadrupled the recipe.
This recipe called for a little bit of apple cider vinegar to put a little bit of twang into it.
Mm.
And guess what ingredient? I made a teaspoon to a cup. Yeah, the vinegar.
Talk about a twang, huh?
Yeah. So I sat there. I was like, fuck.
But ding.
I didn't want to ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because like as I was doing it, I was like, man, this just does not seem right. A cup of freaking apple cider vinegar. I've never heard of that. So then I reread it again, and I was like, a cup? God damn, all right, whatever. So I added in.
You read it a second time?
I read it a second time.
Still saw a cup.
And then finally I realized, dragged my finger across, and, oh, you dummy. So I added a little baking soda because it neutralizes the acidity of vinegar, yeah. But if you don't know chemistry, if you add a bunch of baking soda and vinegar at once, boom, there's a chocolate volcano in my kitchen. But no, I knew that though, so I only added a little at a time, so it just danced there and fizzed. I got them to the point where they're good. Just put a little, warm them up because with the cream cheese, you don't do a topping.
Oh, okay.
Like a frosting, you just like eat it as like a naked one.
Nice.
So it's still a little too twangy. Heat it up a little. Throw some ice cream on it. You don't even know the difference.
Man. Yeah, that'll neutralize it. Nice lactose sugars.
Yep. But
Yeah,
anywho,
those sound really good, man.
how was your New Year's?
New Year's wasn't bad. I mean, I'm gonna be the bummer like always, and I feel like as time goes on.
All right, then who cares?
Well, the most exciting, the most exciting thing that happened was, we were driving. We went to buddy Ben's. He's been on the show before. You might remember him. He doesn't like having people over his house, but we went anyways. But it was nice. We got to see the house for the first time. It's a really nice place, and yeah, it was cool. We entertained, which was funny to watch. But so we were driving there, and going like towards your old neck of the woods there.
Yeah.
So we hopped on 72.
Yeah.
You know, the fun part of the night was on the way there. Laura has the lady has Sirius.
Yeah.
And we were kind of flipping through, couldn't really find anything to listen to, and we went on to like the 90s station, Channel 9. And they had like top 90 of the year, top 90 of the 90s or whatever on. So we were just, having a blast, jamming out to all these classic tunes. Britney Spears, she's got the what's that?
Jesus, she had too many in the 90s.
I know. And what's that? TLC. And dude, all these like classic rap joints. Oh man, it was great. It was great. So we're jamming out, we're driving, we go, we hop on like 72, shares on, it's a good time. Say what you want, all right?
Which one?
What's that?
The one with Kid Rock?
Believe.
Oh.
Do you believe?
Oh.
I'm not gonna sing anymore, no. But so shares on, we're jamming. I'm kind of in my zone, not really thinking, just driving. And we hit on 72, and if you don't know anything about 72, which you probably don't, it turns into 2 lanes, like a tight 2 lanes.
Yeah, tight 2 lanes.
Like
Jersey
no
barrier.
shoulders. Yeah, Jersey barrier.
Yeah.
So we're going. I'm following this guy. I'm a decent amount away. So I'm just driving. We're blasting out Cher. And, I'm kind of like paying attention, but, I'm in a zone. And I see the car in front of me. Like, I'm in the left lane. There's a right lane. The car in front of me goes into the right lane and, like, throws its brakes on. And at this moment, like, I can't really figure out what's happening. And I got, Laura's like, whoa, brake, slow down. But yet, like, in front of me, I see headlights. So I'm like, wait a minute. So, like, for a second, I couldn't figure out what was going on. And, like, I didn't merge right away because I was like, what the fuck's going on? So it turns out there was somebody coming in my lane this way. And the car in front of me, like, got over and, like, slowed down to kind of, like, see what's going on. So I, like, finally processed, like, holy crap, there's a car coming at me. Like, because when you see white lights and you're driving on the highway, it just doesn't register, man. Especially when you got Cher blasting and the ladies yelling at you to get over. It's like so many things at once. I was like, whoa. So I get over and I just, see the car. It was, like, barely moving, luckily. It was, like, it looked a lot faster because I was probably going, like, 60, but it was, like, they had to be fucking shitting their pants, just, like, creeping. So here's where it gets interesting. Second I, like, go by them, I'm kind of looking in my mirror, and, like, the second we get by them, there was probably, like, cars behind me, maybe, like, 50 yards behind me. So, like, the second I get past them, I'm kind of like the last car, and they immediately turn left and do a fucking K-turn.
Oh,
so,
Jesus.
For, like, a second, in a 2-lane, like, highway where people are going 65, 70, they're completely sideways with no way to get around them. Luckily, looking back, you just see everybody, like, stopping, and they're just, like, trying to do a K-turn as fast as possible. Oh, dude, it was insane. Because from where they were, like, there wasn't an exit for at least 2 miles, because it was right past, the first one where I used to get off all the time. It was between that and the light. So it was like...
Yeah, there's nowhere to...
They must have been on there for a while, shitting themselves like, where am I? But, dude, when I saw him doing that K-turn, I was like, you're dumb. But what do you do in that situation? You can't get out. I'd almost throw it in reverse and drive back.
Yeah, I was just thinking about throw it in reverse.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because it was New Year's night. They were drunk and they were just being stupid, but it was early. It was probably like 7 o'clock. So I would hope they weren't. They were probably just, you know, stupid.
I mean, it would have been tough to get on that side of the highway.
Yeah.
It's not like you could just go over the line. There's a Jersey barrier in between.
I have no idea.
They would have had to have been on there for a while till they saw cars coming the other, like, at them.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We're going the wrong way.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was fucking nuts, dude. And then, I mean, the lady was freaked out. Like, you know, it was a pretty, like, honestly, if they were going our speed, it could have died type situation. So it kind of put a damper on New Year's for me. But, but I don't know. And then, yeah, we went to Ben's. It was solid, but, you know, it was kind of like after midnight. All right, you know.
That town is full of jamokes.
Oh, dude, it was. Honestly, and that's what I was going to bring up, is the one thing I didn't like about New Year's is, you know, we left, like, kind of right after 12, maybe, like, 12:30.
Yeah.
And just driving home, there's fucking people walking everywhere drunk, and, you know, the guy in front of us driving like an asshole. It's just, dude, it's so unsafe out, man.
Yeah.
Like, last year, we did the whole, like, first New Year's in the house, sat home, you know, did our own thing, and it was fantastic. I'm not about to go driving around fucking idiots out there, and, you know, it ain't worth it, man, because... Yeah, I mean, I was dead sober driving home, so it wasn't a problem. But you know, if it's just, you know, I don't know, it's not worth it, man.
No,
I think I'm gonna, you know, try to stay home next year. Or if anything, go somewhere a lot closer. But I don't know, or stay wherever you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fucking nuts, man. That'll wake you up.
Well, I think that was probably the best part is. We didn't even plan it, but we watched a movie that night after the hike, and it ended probably 11:50. Like whatever, the old married couple we are, we just brushed our teeth by the time we were done, like brushing teeth and getting ready. Fucking ball drop, watched the ball drop, and went to bed.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
I don't know.
Nah, man. I don't know, man. It's like holidays are just. I don't know. I feel like the next step will be when you have kids and they'll make it exciting again. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But right now, it's just us and the cats, and I don't give a shit about nothing.
I mean, even then, when you got a baby on New Year's, that ain't exciting.
Oh, no, you ain't going nowhere. Fuck that.
You just wake the baby up. No, it's a headache.
That's a long drive home.
Fucking Happy New Year.
Happy fucking New Year.
Wham, wham, mother... Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, imagine listening to that for a couple hours driving home.
Oh, jeez. Why would you keep a baby out that late?
Yeah. I don't know. I just figured.
That's New Year's. You deserve it, kid.
Yeah. We deserve a good time out, damn it. We've been taking care of this son of a bitch.
We need to eat little weenies wrapped in a blanket somewhere besides home.
Shrimp cocktail, damn it. I need Doritos, chips, and dip, damn it. I'm going all out. I hear you, man. That was... yeah. It ain't worth it. But yeah, man, other than that, I mean, I don't even remember. Was that the same weekend? I don't remember that weekend that much. Because what was New Year's? New Year's was like a Thursday?
Yeah, that was last weekend.
Holy crap. Yeah.
Yeah, it was last Thursday. No, last Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then worked and then...
And worked and then whatever, last weekend.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I know we were talking last weekend or last show about records.
Yeah.
So I think it was that weekend because it wasn't this past weekend. Saturday I had I hung out with my boy JP and we went for the first time. You know, remember I was telling you he's got like the record player.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's super into records. So I was like, all right, man, I want to get in this. I want to see this world. So we took like a...
Did you guys go down the Red Scroll?
Exactly. We did like an excursion. We went to this place in Brass City Records in Waterbury. And then we jet over to Wallingford.
Yeah,
and
to Red Skull.
Yeah, like I was totally wrong. I'll admit it. Like, I was thinking, like, records are nothing. You know, they're probably cheap as hell. Dude,
no, right now I would say
they are the hottest ever. They are on it price-wise. You cannot pull any wool over anybody's eyes. Like, you go in and, like, I mean, the first place was a smaller shop, the one Brass City. It was all right. They had, like, some obscure stuff, but it was, I guess the guy only opens it up on, like, Saturdays, and he's not, you know, it's like an older guy, and now he's got some guy running it for him.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're just kind of doing it for fun. But Red Squirrel's, like, more serious, and,
yeah.
you know, it's weird because you look on their website or any images on their Facebook, and it looks like this massive record shop. It looks like this crazy place, but you go in there, it's, like, no bigger than this half of the room, and, like, a couple of little, like, side rooms, but it's just packed with records, like, everywhere.
That's funny too that you say it's price wise. It's crazy because Red Scroll for years he was, as far as I know, just constantly had sales, 50% off, 25% off was like a staple.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think you would have to be in
well,
business.
he opened that shop back probably close to 10 years ago, and when he first opened, vinyls still weren't cool again.
Yeah.
So I always saw 50, 25% off sales all the time at that shop. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Finally came back around, so the dude's sounds like he's doing good.
Oh yeah, dude. The place was, we were in there maybe an hour and a half, and there wasn't a crowd in there all day. Like
really?
A Saturday, and it was snowy out, and there were still people packed in that place.
Huh.
And yeah, dude, it's just, they had everything. They had used. I mean, there are the like shitty, like you look at some of the used stuff, and it's like, you know, like Mr. Rogers' best hits or something, and it's like $2. But then you look, and you know, you could find like an old, you know, like, I don't know, I can't even think of an artist, but like, you know, some of the classic rock stuff, you know, and it's all like $25 for like an original, and like, you know, it's priced like $30, you know, for some good stuff that like everybody's looking for. And they do a lot of reprints of like just, you know, everything. Like you can go in there and buy like Metallica albums for like $30. It's a reprint, brand new, you know.
Jesus.
But yeah, it was cool to see a lot of stuff because I kind of went down. I was like, you know, I know some of like there's a couple companies that do like movie reprints, and they like make like, you know, cool art. Like I got a couple, you know, they do the cool art, they do the colored vinyl disc and like stuff like that. So I was like, all right, I'll get a couple of those to hang up and, you know, have around, because I'm a big fan of the 80s theme songs and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's expensive. It's another hobby that's just fucking expensive, dude.
Well, I mean, it's crazy too, because like when we were in high school, again, like whatever, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But like you could go to Goodwill and like get like, if you were lucky, and it wasn't like all the time, but if you were lucky, you could find like a Metallica album or something for like a nickel or 10 cents, and it was like, damn.
That'd be great.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been to like a Goodwill or Savers or anything like that lately, but
yeah,
I don't know if they still have them, but that might still be a way to go if you're really.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went in there, and you look on their website, and it seems like they have everything. So I was like, all right, you know, I'll go look, try to find like an original Halloween, you know, or something. But dude, they didn't have it. Everything was like sold out. I barely found these two, you know, because it's all new shit. So I was like, oh. And it was funny because we were looking up, and you know, the craziest thing we found, me and JP, like after the fact, hanging around, was like, because he really wanted to get some Tool albums for like to have around. And I guess you could find most of them reprint for like cheap, but like the one thing we found, I believe it was Enema, is like for an original, they're like anywhere from like $400 to like $600 for like an original Enema, an album that came out in the 90s, early 2000s. Like, you know, same with like Lateralis, to get like the original, like it's like, what the fuck? It's a Tool album, you know. It's not like it's a an original, like, you know, Paul Simon album or something. Yeah. You know, but it's just crazy, man. It's a whole world, you know? And I basically spent the whole day just in it, kind of like checking it out, and Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. And it kind of made me get into it, but then like I realized like holy crap, like those couple, things just to hang up were like, $20. So it's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think slowly, I kind of want to try and get one, like a record player or something, but yeah, I'm not going to go crazy cuz I was looking at like a lot of the albums and stuff, and it was one, like especially at Brass City, it was I didn't think this was possible, but I went in somewhere and like looked on the walls of all like the tapes and old CDs they had, and it was just straight up an entire wall of shit I've never heard of before, which blows my mind because I don't know, not even like being pretentious or like I just thought, there's only so many big bands out there that that make albums and shit.
Yeah.
But holy dude, everybody's got a fucking album, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Well, that's now. It seems like you either print on vinyl or you do digital. There is no CD or.
Yeah, there's no need for them.
Yeah.
There's no CD players anymore. Well, there is, but not really. Everything's MP3 or Sirius or it's not used anymore.
Mm.
I barely use CDs anymore.
Yeah.
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 I honestly don't think I have a CD player other than a computer.
Nah, I was gonna agree, but I still have my stereo.
Oh yeah.
But other than that in my car. But other than those two, I don't have like an actual like. I used to have a backpack full of Walkmans, or not Walkmans, whatever the fuck you call them.
Yeah, the Walkman, the portable.
Yeah. I don't know, whatever. Yeah,
it's Sony Walkman there. But yeah, it was cool, man. It was a cool thing to check out, and I was totally wrong. But yeah, something to do. And then we went to this cool food place, got burger with pastrami on it, and oh, holy crap! It was massive. It was like a 9-ounce patty with pastrami and cheese and lettuce, tomato, with it had sauerkraut on it and like a nice mustard sauce that was so good. And you know what I loved? I'm sorry we always go to food, but it's it is what it is.
Yeah.
But dude, best sweet potato fries I ever had were at that place, and you know why? After they fried them and made them, they like glazed them in honey.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I've never had that before, but I just housed that pile of fries because I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah. If you make them at the house, if you don't want to put honey on them, or another thing to do is if you got some brown sugar or cinnamon sugar.
Kind of like caramelize it on there?
In a shaker, yeah. Throw it on top, throw it back in for like a minute or two.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez. I mean, obviously ruins any health benefit there is to the
who
whole
gives
sweet
a
potato
fuck,
part,
dude? I'm eating a burger with pastrami on it. You think I care about the health benefits?
Yeah.
I walked out of there, fucking, you could have rolled me out of that place.
Jesus.
It was so good. But yeah, man, that made it, And then we went back, played chess and listened to albums, and it was pretty good. Good day, man. Good day of hanging out.
I don't know if you look for it, but the record, if you get a record player, I might be enticed to buy a Tony Bennett album.
Oh, it totally slipped my mind to even look for him. I should have, man. I thought about it after the fact.
That would
I want to be around.
That's like,
oh yeah.
If you got a record player, you gotta have
some Tony Bennett on vinyl.
Tony Bennett.
All right, the #1 Italian motherfucker.
That Dean Martin.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. It's cool, man. But yeah, there's so much shit, man.
Yeah,
wacky stuff too. That doesn't even like who would buy this. It's $1, but who would buy this? Just they made everything in vinyl. Like I saw like a Vietnam. It was an album. It had like 3 Vietnamese people that just talked, like after the war, like about the war. But it was like a 3 vinyl fucking thing of just 3 guys talking about the war. It's like who the fuck would actually buy this back in the day and just sit down and listen to it? I guess that's the original podcast.
I was gonna say,
but I don't know, man. Fucking weird. And he bought the Tron. It was $1. and I'd never watched the original Tron before, so he's like, "Oh, dude, you gotta hear the soundtrack," and he bought it, and it was the actual movie with like the words.
So it was just the audio ripped from the movie.
It was just the audio ripped from the movie, so it was absolutely terrible because it had like sound effects and audio, and it was just unlistenable.
Jesus.
And it was funny because when he was buying it, he's like, there was no price on it because it had just come in. So he gives it to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, hey, how much for this?" And the guy like takes it out, looks at it. He's like, $1. You could tell he was like, "Who the fuck would buy this?" So
Yeah.
he's like, $1.
Take it.
Yeah.
It's an add-on.
Yeah, it was a good weekend, man. It was fun, and then hung out. Not bad, but yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool to get in those weird worlds,
Yeah.
places you never go.
That's I mean, I'm never got into it, but like some of those like action figures that sell for crazy money.
Oh yeah,
Like guys that get them and don't open them for like 40 years.
dude, I've seen some collections, man. It's
It's
sickening.
it's insane what some people pay for things.
Yeah. It makes you wish you hung on to all the shit you had when you were a kid and didn't throw them around,
Yeah.
But how do you not?
Yeah. And what's the fun in not opening and just having shit in the package and
So you can look at it,
yeah.
think about what it'd be like to play with it. You're like, oh man, I'd have an awesome time with that toy, but it's gonna be worth money someday.
And then how do you know what's gonna be good? It's like, oh, I got this mint condition Stretch Armstrong, still in the package.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, you end up selling it to yourself because nobody else wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was after I got sick, I took a couple days to stay at home, even though I was feeling a little better.
Yeah.
To whatever, just relax and try and get better completely. And I took down the Christmas decorations finally.
Nice.
And I was wondering, when is the right time to take down decorations?
Well,
because I've known people anywhere from soon as like presents are open, the tree's out the door.
hope you had fun, kids. Whoosh.
ho ho ho! But then there's people like my mom that wait till like February to take down the tree because she loves Christmas so much.
Well, there's a lot of factors that come into play here. If it's a real tree, you hang on to it till the fucker dies.
Yeah. Well, no, because then some people don't. So, because, obviously, if you let it go that long, you're going to have a huge mess trailing from where it was out the door.
Yeah, just needles everywhere. Get the vacuum.
So some people just get rid of it before that happens.
Yeah, I guess. It's really personal preference. Outside decorations, if they're not winter theme and they're more devoted to Christmas, they gotta go. But like icicles and shit, that's a winter thing.
Because like we hung up lights all over the house.
People in the video are seeing my toe pop out. Probably like, look at this jamoke. He doesn't even have socks.
Yeah, socks in the hole.
Sorry.
So I took down the lights. They weren't like. Shit.
Is that mine?
No, it's mine, and I just realized it got washed with my sweatshirt.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. Yeah, I took down the lights. They weren't necessarily Christmas lights because they were just like white lights.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
I took them down.
Yeah. Well,
I took everything down. I'm getting ready for spring.
I hear you, but I think because this debate happens all the time. Other than what I've already said, I would say my rule, because I'm very against Christmas.
Yeah, I think we've gotten the point of that.
I think anything like basic winter theme, like snowmans, icicles, snowflakes, just snow in general, that's all good. Yeah. It's all great because it's winter. Let's celebrate winter. It's just like when you put flowers up in the summertime.
Yeah.
But if you got Santa Claus or you got reindeers or a tree, gotta go. It's gotta go. It's gotta go.
Now, what about a gingerbread man?
That's on the fence because they're delicious.
Yeah, they're not necessarily Christmas, but they're kind of wintry. But then if he's got a hat on,
Oh yeah, you keep him around.
well, you said they're good. If he's got a Santa hat on,
Get rid of him. Bite the
yeah,
head off.
That's it. That's the line.
Bite the head off. Let the rest get stale. I don't know. It's a tough subject. Like, luckily we got the cats, and she took the tree down immediately
Yeah, so
after Christmas.
they were getting into it.
But we no, honestly, come to think of it, all the Christmas decorations on the mantle gone. I think when she took the tree down, she took everything down.
See, because that's what I did. It's like I'm packing all this stuff up anyways.
Do it all at
The
once.
totes are out. Yeah, everything goes.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I don't know. Because then after I took like the lights down outside, like you said, it was just white lights that looked nice for winter.
Yeah,
You know.
well, especially when there's snow.
Yeah.
You know, it looks real nice.
Yeah. So I felt bad as I took them down, but I was like, damage done. Oh well, next year.
Next year. But then you got to worry about it in spring, because then you might go accidentally too long.
Yeah.
Because if there's a bad storm and you can't get out there, you're that guy
Yeah.
in March with fucking winter lights up.
Yeah.
And, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't want to be that guy in the neighborhood.
And you don't want to be that guy either that has them on your house but never turns them on, because then it just looks like shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Which
like,
my
oh,
own-
what's he going to leave them up all year?
Yeah. My uncle always says the town next to his, it's like, oh, you must live in, that town because you leave your lights up all year.
Exactly.
And it's funny because after he told me that, I was driving through and it was like, keep in mind, this is summer. We were at a barbecue when he told me. Drove through, I was like, holy shit, he's right.
No, I'm not into that. I'm not into that.
So, have you been playing PlayStation at all lately?
I
Are
get
you-
the urge all the time.
Or using your PlayStation?
I use it, yeah, for like movies and play Blu-rays and
Have you been having a problem with the network or like signing in?
I honestly haven't tried.
Well, I only ask because that's how I watch like Amazon or Netflix or any of that, like the online streaming. And it keeps kicking me off. Like it signs in automatically when you turn it on.
Yeah.
Get in the Netflix or Amazon. Like we've been using Amazon a lot lately.
Good.
And we'll be watching whatever. And then all of a sudden the next episode won't load. And it just like beep, beep, shuts off, restarts.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it's the freaking PlayStation Network. It keeps kicking me off.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the network, because for it to actually shut down your guy.
Well, because it times out.
Oh, I gotcha. So it kind of just restarts.
Yeah,
it doesn't like
No, it doesn't
off
shut it down. It just restarts it.
and does the like wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. No, I can't.
Because I know.
But then again, I haven't done anything internet-wise with it.
Because I know, like with the PS4, this Christmas and Xbox both, their networks went down.
Yeah, they
for a
got
couple
hacked
days.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
So
I would think that'd be resolved by now.
I thought it was that at first, but it kept happening to me when I was sick, and I was trying to watch,
Yeah, it's frustrating.
watch whatever. So I was just sitting there on the couch, like, come on, because it just sits there trying to load and time out, and then you got to try and sign in again and time out and try and. So eventually,
I mean, you know for a fact that this is riveting me. You know for a fact that like your Wi-Fi and internet was good. Like
yeah, because everything else, like the laptop, my phone, everything, all are connected, works great. I could stream from there. Like we ended up giving up with the PlayStation, hooking up the laptop because we got the cable, and then watching it through the laptop through the through the TV, because we got sick of waiting for the PlayStation, and that streamed fine.
yeah, it's got to be something weird with that, man. Are you up to date with everything? You do the
Yeah,
updates?
yeah,
And all that?
I did all the updates.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I don't know, because it doesn't seem to be doing it as much anymore. So, but I had, whatever. I didn't know if it was happening to you or if it was just mine in particular, because I tried finding it online, and some guys are saying, because I have the PS3,
Yeah.
and some guys are saying that after a couple of years, their PS3 stopped signing in as much, and like, I guess the Wi-Fi chip starts to burn out or go bad.
Oh man, that scares me.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that's not what's going on. But you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll give mine a shot. Let you know what happens.
yeah.
I feel like a piece of garbage. So I want to play so bad, but then I think about the process. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know if I put any game in, I'm gonna have to wait 45 to an hour because it's got to update, and then I got to relearn how to do everything, and
yeah, it's like
it's work, man.
yeah, and
I'd rather
then
just sit there.
it's like 2 weeks gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I stress out enough about not getting shit done. Last thing I need to do is get addicted to a video game.
Yeah.
Because then I'll just feel like complete garbage.
One of the things I did watch when I was laying around was went back and watched the Chappelle Show.
Oh, yes.
And good googly moogly, dude. Season 1, there was more commercial breaks than there was a show.
Really?
Yeah, I never remember
You didn't
that.
see any commercials, though. It
No.
fades out.
But, like, it's like, Chappelle Show.
Oh, yeah,
Show.
that guy.
And then it gets into the show. It's like 1 2-minute skit. All right, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks. It's like he comes back and, like, jokes at the audience and then goes to another commercial break. And then comes back and does, like, one more skit, and that's the show. Like, the half-hour show turned into, like, 15 minutes, maybe.
Wow. Yeah, that's.
I should have timed it, but it was, like, it was ridiculous.
Well, it should time it for you.
Well, I don't.
It's however long probably like 12, 15 minutes. Too.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
Because I remember when I caught back up on them, I was hammering through them.
Yeah,
like
well, I watched, like, season 1 within, like, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it was like, Jesus.
It's a lot all at once.
Well, I mean, I was just laid up on the couch with
Yeah,
the
that's
flu.
true.
But yeah, no, I never remembered that. Season 1 that had so many commercials.
I do remember like seeing that dancing harmonica guy way too much.
Yeah, no, I don't even mean that. Just I don't know, just how short.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you don't realize it when you got commercials. To you it feels like a half hour because you are watching a half hour, but
Yeah.
it just goes to show you how much. That's why I don't have fucking television, man.
Well, because I keep saying that about Walking Dead, but I guess
No, I agree. Anything on TV.
Yeah, it's just all commercials.
Man. It's hard to get into anything.
And I mean, I know I'm talking a lot this week, but we watched the full first season of Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, you actually went back?
Yeah. Well, because last time we talked, we had finished the first one and watched 2 more, so we were at like 3 episodes, and then it was of the first season, so it was like getting everything going. So it just seemed so slow and like boring that
kind of like The Wire at the beginning.
Yeah, where we kind of like we didn't necessarily care so much if we didn't watch it again, but whatever we had found time, being sick and whatever else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up finishing it over Christmas break, New Year break, whatever, and it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, now I'm intrigued. You had me turned off to it, but now.
Yeah, I would recommend you gotta stick it through for the first, like I said, 3, 4. But then
see, I don't like that.
Midway through it, because then you're kind of like caught up with all the characters and like what's going on.
Yeah.
And then they.
Yeah.
But even then, I still wouldn't urge you to go watch it. Like it's a decent show.
If you got nothing better.
Yeah,
to
if
do
you run
type
out of
thing.
shows, it's a decent show to go watch. But
All right. I'll consider it because, like I said, I've always been interested in it.
yeah,
But it's just a fact. I mean, maybe now that it's just me around and I can just sit down and watch shit. But but I've already started. Like, I'm watching Hannibal now, and that's fucking awesome.
yeah.
So once I'm done with that, maybe I'll jump on it. But
Oh, I do have to say though, it's odd. I mean, you could tell it's an HBO show because like
there's just boobs out of nowhere.
yeah, boobs out of nowhere, everywhere
Just
for
fucking,
no
it's
reason.
like that boobs.
Yeah. You know what? It's been a couple minutes. We need a topless woman in this.
Lady, walk by.
Lady.
No, I hear that,
Yeah.
man. They take full advantage of that
Yeah.
on HBO and Showtime.
Yeah.
Watch like Californication and Shameless. You'll know all about that.
Yeah.
Just boobs and everywhere. But yeah, if you're looking for a show to just like that to immediately get into, everybody's talking about it, and I know why. There's this show on BBC, and it's now on Netflix. Both seasons are on there, and there's only like 3 episodes a season. It's Black Mirror. It's like a modern day Twilight Zone, like sci-fi. And me and the lady like sat down one weekend and went through all 6, and mind blowing, dude. Awesome, really good show, man. Yeah, and they're not like nothing about it is like unwatchable or like offensive or like it's all about like humans just like abusing technology and becoming too reliant on it and stuff, and yeah, it's really awesome, dude.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and it's 6 hours because each one's an hour, and it's like Twilight Zone where there's no continuous story. It's like every one is like a short film almost.
Yeah,
like its own hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super fun, man. And a lot of really cool stories.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix. Just
Netflix.
look for Black Mirror. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good show. What?
I don't know.
I'm just reflecting back to all the hours. Some really cool shit, man. I wish I could think of stuff like that. I try.
What, like what's on the show, or?
Yeah, like just really cool sci-fi stuff, man. You think they've done it all, but then they come out of nowhere with something new. That's what I felt with Looper. I was like, man, so good. But, So I do want to talk about the cats.
Jesus.
Because I've been freaking out. Now, at this point in time, for like the next 3 months, it's going to be just me and the cats.
Cat talk with Gam.
I should create a segment. Dude, I got these fucking things thinking like, all right, they're cats. I got them for her. I won't have to do nothing. But now I find myself constantly just sitting around entertaining the cats, and they're my responsibility, But
don't they entertain themselves?
Yeah, for the most part. But you got to wear them out. Otherwise, I can tell you one thing: I'm not sleeping these days because they like to sleep for like maybe 3 hours at the most, and then play on the bed for the rest of the time and bite your feet.
That's when you got to get a mace with a softball on the end of it.
Just knock him.
Just hold it above you and the lady. God damn it, cats!
No. So yeah, it's been crazy. I don't know. I don't want to get too offensive with it. I don't want people to be like, look at this guy. Because don't get me wrong, I love them. They're tons of fun. I do love them, but oh Jesus. But one thing I had a question about, and this brings up an interesting topic, and this is what I've been thinking about the most, is, all right, as babies, we have a set of teeth, right?
Yeah.
Those teeth get pushed out by bigger teeth.
Yep.
Same thing happens with dogs.
Yep.
Does it happen with cats?
Yeah.
So there's gonna be teeth around, or do they eat them?
They'll swallow some. You might find some hanging around. You might, they don't, depending, you might find some in like their toys or whatever. Just like a dog.
So that's another thing to worry about. And then 2.
I don't think it's a big thing to worry about.
No?
I mean, I'm not a vet, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big thing to worry about.
Well, I don't want them eating their teeth and dying, like choking on it because they're sharp as hell.
They wouldn't be the first cats to do it.
Yeah. Well, now, here's a theory I had, and it blew my mind when I thought about it. Why, when you lose your teeth... What?
I just... Going through my head of like really weird questions that you could have.
Well, no, I just don't see why we lose our teeth once as a baby, new teeth grow back. Why, when we lose a tooth now, another one can't grow back?
Some people do.
Come on.
Yeah.
So you have the ability, like
It's not-
I lose a tooth or the whole fucking root comes out.
Well, it's not like that. It's genetically how much your body produces. Typically, you produce
Because it's a bone, right?
two sets. But there are people that like don't have wisdom teeth. They never produced wisdom teeth. There's some people that have 2. Typically, people have 4. One of our old buddies in high school had 8. You know, like
Jeez.
just like I've heard of people that have like a third set, not like a hole in their whole mouth, but like let's say you lost your canine as a baby or as a young kid, got your adult canine, and for some reason it was loose. You noticed and you're real worried, and you lost it. Come to find out, you had a third set.
Whoa.
I don't think that's normal. It's not like you're
But it's possible.
everyday guy, but yeah, it's happened.
Whoa. So why? There's no way that, like, because my thought was, what if there was a way? And I know I said I was going to talk about cats, but they got me thinking about it. But like, I know there was a way. What if there was a way that you could somehow take, like, not really a supplement, but like something to promote, I guess, bone growth or something. Like you lost like both of your front teeth and you just got this massive gap. And you're like, all right, I'm going to take this pill. It has this in it that is, whatever promotes growth of bones, I guess iron or whatever. But like it could somehow be pinpointed to like my mouth and like an amazing amount of that iron and, I'm probably sounding stupid, but you know what I mean? Like where it would just like
iron that you need, but
what's
not Wolverine.
well, no, like your bones.
I
You
know
need
what you're
iron for your. I don't know.
I know what you're saying.
But you know what? And you could like promote it, so like eventually 2 more would grow, and then say you lost some other ones, you could just like somehow. I feel like there's a way to do that because if you're already born,
It's called stem cell.
well, I don't know much about this, so I'm not gonna get into it. But other than the Family Guy episode, that's the most I know about it. But
Tells you
which
need
is
to
sad.
know.
Which is sad. Why are we not funding this? But no, like, think about it. That'd be odd because you already have these 2 sets. So why the fuck can't you make more? Unless you're originally like something's gotta promote, or maybe it's just growth, or something's got to like make that happen where they come out or they rise up from the mouth under.
From the thunder. Well, you could ask that question about anything. Like, why do you only have 1 weenie?
Well,
Or like 2 eyes?
see, that's flesh though. That's not like a solid. The only reason I say teeth is because teeth is like it's a bone. It's like a solid.
Well, why do you only have 5 fingers? And then some people don't, and some people have more.
I guess you could grow a finger back.
Stem cell. You're asking a dummy.
All right.
I don't know.
All right, I'm just gonna leave. All right, I'm gonna leave that thought just in your mind.
Well, that's just my thing is
and think about it.
is you could think that about anything, because
Yeah.
I mean technically
Except eyeballs.
you grow
That's weird.
everything on your body. You know,
Yeah,
it's not like you pop out and you buy accessories.
someday.
Yeah,
But no, I hear you.
stem cell.
I guess. Well, it's no different than hair, man. Hair keeps growing back. Let's keep growing teeth.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and then for some people, like why does it stop growing on top? But it gets worse.
Male
everywhere
pattern
else.
baldness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it used to. Why doesn't it anymore?
Yeah. Science.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, anyways, going back to the cats. That's just a thought. Keep it in your mind. Think about it. Get back to me.
All right. Yeah, write in GeepandGamPodcast@gmail.com.
The number one thing I'm stressing
Twitter.
out of,
Or Twitter.
Twitter
Or Facebook.
at Geep and Gam.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Keep going.
Search Geep and
Oh,
Gam.
yeah. Go ahead.
We'll do that later.
Yeah.
But number one thing I'm freaking out about with the cats is the possibility. Now,
I'm sorry. I'm just cracking myself out. Go.
now, I have 1 male cat and I have 1 female cat. They
Oh,
are,
Jesus.
I don't know how old they are. They're like 4 or 3 months.
You got them at, what, 8 weeks, I think? Right?
Yeah, 8
Around-
weeks. So
around eight.
they're probably like 10 weeks, 12 weeks.
Yeah, they're probably around 4 months now.
Oh,
Maybe.
Jesus. Well, they said around 5 months they could start getting in heat And
Really, that soon?
well, they say 5 months is like when she, could start going into heat and making the whoop. so I'm freaking out because I'm like,
Oh,
I'm the
'cause
only
it's
one
gonna be
around
you.
now. I'm the only one around now, and I'm like terrified. Like I'm watching him like a hawk, like just making sure that every time they start wrestling, I'm like, don't get on her, don't get on her, because the other day he was laying on his back and he had the little he was chubbing a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, and I was like, oh crap, it's starting. I don't know what happened. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I'm looking up like every single like sign of like her going into heat, because even the vet said like if you see any signs of her, like bring him in immediately because he's easier to fix than she is.
Yeah.
So like just get him in.
Yeah.
I'm
female's more risky.
yeah, I'm worried about her like him spraying.
I don't
And
believe females spray, but the males will.
They can.
They can.
But dude, like one night, like I read, howling is like one of them, and one night she was making noises, so I started freaking out. I look over to Laura, I'm like, is she howling? Is this it? I'm like, because I don't know. And then the other day, I was sitting on the couch. This is where it got weird. I was sitting on the couch, just hanging out with the dude.
Thought you were petting her.
No. I was sitting there. I was hanging out. I was hanging out with the dude. He was, laying on my lap, whatever. I was petting him, just hanging out, and she kept coming over, and kept burying her face in his butthole, just licking away. And I was worried, like, oh crap, is she licking his wiener and stuff? So I kept like shooing her away, but she just kept like burying her head, man, just licking his butthole like crazy. So I was like, uh-oh. I started freaking out, looking it up on the internet.
Brother needs a hand.
And apparently it's normal. The mother does that to the babies to teach them to clean themselves. And
You just walk over to her brother like, damn, you a nasty motherfucker. You gotta clean this.
You don't know how to do this shit?
God damn.
Your ass stinks.
I can't stand this no more.
But yeah, when I saw that, I started freaking out, man. I was like, oh, here it is. She's getting them going right on me. Oh, Jesus. But
whoa.
Too much. But yeah, so yeah, apparently that's normal. So I feel better about that. But dude, I know it's gonna be me. I'm gonna come home. He's gonna be going at it. Dude, they're brother and sister, like legit brother and sister. I don't need any incest in the house.
Daddy, you're gonna come home and they're both gonna be laying there in their cat bed smoking cigarettes. Oh, you're home now?
Welcome home. You just missed a party.
Stick around.
Oh, and I do want to correct one fact that I threw out on this about how cats could like come out Siamese and one could be like a tabby short hair.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that whole thing is not because that's just the way it is. Apparently females can have multiple fathers or multiple partners.
Oh, so you never know?
So you never know. So
Yeah.
like she could have sex with a Siamese and a long-haired cat, and you'll have both Siamese. All right. Yeah. But anyways, that's enough about cats. But yeah I've been freaking out because I know, I love them, but oh god, I'm watching them like a hawk, man. Because it's fucking, it's stressful, man. They don't sleep. They run around. They crazy. They might have sex. They're brother and sister. Oh jeez. But yeah.
Do you know how old they are? Maybe they're only 3 months.
They might be, because they're not getting fixed until like February something.
Yeah, and I think you got them. What was it, right before or right after Thanksgiving? So I don't think.
Yeah, it was like early December.
Yeah. So probably like 3 months then.
Yeah. I don't think you got anything to worry about. They fight more than anything, so.
Yeah.
But then, like, she'll lick her vag all the time.
Yeah, but.
And then
they're supposed to. They're just keep them clean.
There's a blood spot on the bed, though. And they do have their periods.
Yeah, already?
Yeah. I don't know where it came. It could have been from them fighting, though.
Yeah,
they get real rough. Dude.
I know my mom's cats are brother and sister, and they beat the shit out of you. Like, get bloody, like they're adults now, but, like, you'll find, like, claws that have been pulled out from
Jesus.
or hanging in the other one's face.
Yeah.
Go to pet him and you're like, what the hell's on you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
Just your brother's claw.
hanging from your eyebrow. You ain't stylish or nothing.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm not doing good with that. But yeah, it's funny. I was looking at my phone, and I just have a little anecdote in here.
2-inch wiener.
Huh?
2-inch wiener.
Oh, I had that in there for Frank. So.
Oh yeah.
I gotta see it.
I bet you Frank has a 2-inch wiener story
I can't wait.
or more.
I hope somebody listens enough where they get that reference. Otherwise, but anyways,
eventually, hopefully.
I had a little anecdote here. Something I saw the other day, and it made me laugh my nards off. It was, you're Italian when you film your kid eating his first pasta.
Where did you see that?
I saw it on Facebook. They were holding the kid. The dad had like.
Oh, you actually saw
I
this?
saw this. The dad had like a piece of some sort of spaghetti or something. They had some crazy Italian name for it, and they were feeding the kid. And they're like, the Italian moms in the background. Oh my god.
Man, the other thing with being sick last Sunday and watching just a whole bunch of TV, for the first time in probably like a year or two, I saw the Sunday night lineup again, like Family Guy, whatever.
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Adam Sandberg, and Terry Crews, the big
Andy Samberg.
Samberg.
Terry Crews, yeah.
Yeah. Decent show, pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
But Family Guy, man, last week, yeah.
Which one?
New-
where they go back in time?
Is it? With
They
Chris?
go, with Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
You saw that? With the new Italian joke?
Oh, I was gonna message you that, man.
I was gonna message you that.
Oh, that was the funniest thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen. You're lucky I got a Stromboli in the oven or whatever.
Yeah, the dude from Sopranos.
Is that? I had no idea who that was.
Yeah, he was from The Sopranos.
That's so awesome. Oh yeah,
That's two different kind of meats here.
I saw that and I was like, oh man, I really hope he's seen this episode. Yeah. Oh, I also have another pretty good car story.
All right.
I know I'm full of them today. I apologize. You thought you were talking a lot. But, yeah, so we went Cheesecake Factory again. That place, oh, man.
Did you try the cheesecake? I actually get cheesecake from there?
All right. My entire life going to the Cheesecake Factory, which isn't very long, obviously. But I always get the wacky Oreo or like the crazy chocolate bullshit, peanut butter.
Yeah.
This time, guy asked me what I want. I don't think this actually happened because I'm pretty sure the lady ordered for me because I was in the bathroom. But the guy asked me what I want. I'm telling a lie. The guy asked me what I want.
That's what this show
It's all right. It's all right because you know what? It'll make the story. So the guy comes over. He's like, all right, what kind of cheesecake can you want? And you know what? I was like, no. You know what happened? I'm going to tell the truth. You know what happened? The lady, she's like, so what do you want? She's like, I'm going to get this key lime, whatever. I'm like, ugh. Yeah. So I'm like, all right. You know I'm like, you know what? I know what I want. She's like, I'm getting the original.
Oh, my God.
She's like, what? With the strawberries on it? And I'm like, no, hold on. Hold the strawberries. I want the original. I want to taste the plain, decadent, delectable original cheesecake. And then I took a crap, and she ordered. I told the truth, all right? But so, yeah, she ordered. And then we got home. We were watching a movie. I forgot what it was. Oh, it was fucking, I think it was Guardians. It sucked. But I love throwing this out there. Throwing jabs. But, so yeah, we were watching the movie. I popped that thing open. Took one bite.
Oh, nice. You got it to go.
Yeah. Nice. Took one bite. Dude, after the meal we had, let me go back. Dude, because we got gift cards for Christmas.
Yeah.
So we went all out. So we got, big plate of nachos with the spicy chicken on it to start. Yeah. Holy, those slamming nachos. Did we talk about this? With the guacamole? No, I talked about it with somebody else, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
With guacamole, salsa, sour cream. They had cheese, spicy chicken. the fixins, man.
Damn.
Big ass plate. And we just dominated it. And then, dude, most flavorful thing I've ever had for dinner, I had the hibachi steak. And it was just that with like mushrooms and onions and like all on like these amazing garlic mashed potatoes on the side.
Ooh.
With like tempura asparagus on top. Whew. Man. So yeah, we ate all that. So there's no way I was eating cheesecake. I only ate half of my meal after those nachos. But yeah, so we went back and then, yeah, dude, I took first bite of that original plain Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. And boom, hooked.
Yeah, good.
Fuck the flavors. Dude, just a nice plain, no flavored cheesecake. It's got a little bit of twang to it, but it's the creamiest, fluffiest, like soft cheesecake you'll ever have.
Huh.
Oh.
See, now when
So
we go or get it from there, lady always likes Chris's Outrageous, which is
Holy crap.
brownie on the bottom, the plain cheesecake that you had on top of the brownie, chocolate or fudge chocolate cake with a mousse whipped chocolate topping with like chocolate and peanut butter, little like teeny weeny kisses sprinkled all over the top with some walnuts sprinkled on top of that with like a more harder frosting, kind of like little bloop of chocolate on top of that. That thing is like just a monster of sugar. But as far as like, it's just like, it's as far as like bang for your buck.
Yeah.
It's like awesome, and it costs the same as like every other one, but it's usually like if you look at it
It's got to be massive.
in the case, yeah, it's like double the size of the other ones.
Oh, yeah. You probably get like a full brownie knowing that place. Like,
Yeah.
just, you
Yeah,
know?
just in a pie shape. Yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
thing's crazy.
You got me going, man. I love cheesecake.
Yeah,
But I don't even know how we got here. But so going way back. But I dropped the lady off in front of the Cheesecake Factory, and I was gonna go park the car in the parking garage, right?
Yeah.
So I drop her off. You know, she goes, gets a buzzer and whatnot. So I'm driving, go around, going. Well, I'm doing the actual motions of how to get there, but see, with my hands. So take a rit, and then go into the garage. You get your ticket.
well, was it a right or a left?
It was a right. You take a right and then a quick left, and then you start pulling in, and then you damn it, and then you pull the ticket out and you push the button.
Yeah.
No, you push the button, pull the
then
ticket
pull the
out,
ticket out.
and then the guy goes up, and then you take a right, and then you start going up the gate garage. So now, I grab the ticket, the thing goes up, I take a right, and there was a car in front of me. So I'm following it. We're on the first floor. We take one left turn. I'm following it. And as soon as I get around the corner, I see the car in front of me just like speed up and take a like quick heavy left. Like it saw the person saw a spot and like
Oh, well, like want to beat you to it or something?
not beat me to it, but just like must have just got excited that she found a spot so close. And she just took a quick left, but she was going so fast that she didn't get the full turn. And she just straight up drove straight into the car that was
No
on the
way.
right side. Just
slammed right into the car.
just straight up went boom. And it was like, oh crap.
Jesus.
And the person was in the car. It must have been standing there because I was behind her and I saw her like wave and just like back up calmly and like pull in right. So I'm like looking and I like pull by her and like looking at the fender. It was like an SUV and she had like a little Civic, and the SUV like thing was all like scuffed up. So I'm driving up. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Jesus.
like when I say went straight into the fucker, I mean just like boom. Like so I go up. I ended up going like 4 or 5 up because it was packed.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting. I'm like, all right, elevators are right there. I think I was on like the 3rd or 4th. So I was like, all right, the elevators are right there. Or I could just take the walk and see what's going to happen.
I would take the walk.
So I took the walk. So I'm going around, And I like get to about where I think it is, and like, you know, I'm looking, I'm like creeping, but I'm trying to act casual. I'm like, oh man, what the hell is she gonna do? So the guy's right there. So I get out or I'm like, get around the corner, and I see her like at that moment, like open her trunk, get like a rag out with like some sort of cleaner or something. And I'm walking slow at this point. I'm like, man, what's this bitch gonna do?
Just gonna try and buff out the scuffs.
So she's fucking spraying the thing, trying to buff out the scuffs while the guy's standing there, like, you know, on the phone and like, you know, what the hell? So, yeah, obviously I didn't stick around and just stand there and watch. But, yeah, so she obviously, like, must have thought she could fix it when that thing was, like, slammed, dude. So she's trying to buff it out. And she was, like, this, like, tough-looking Puerto Rican chick. So she probably gave no fucks about what she did. She just buzzed. But, yeah, so, and then I ended up seeing her while we were waiting, like, come in, you know, calm as can be, not talking to nobody, just hanging out. So it was weird, man.
Jeez.
But, yeah, imagine sitting in a car and just, like, boom. Somebody just slam you. That was insane, man.
Or then be on the phone with, like, your insurance agent or, you know, whoever, and lady's trying to buff out your bumper.
It's like, oh, wait, I think she could fix the dent.
Yeah.
With her magic hands.
Although, I gotta say, back when I used to listen to Corolla,
Yeah.
he said he hit somebody at the Y, or, like, some gym at one point, but, like, he just, like, or his wife did, had pulled in and, like, just, like, whoop,
Barely
kind of,
touched
like,
it.
tapped him, but it scuffed the
Tap
neck.
the tips, if you will.
Yeah, tough. It marked up the other car. So he got out, same thing, like you were saying this lady did. Got out, got his rag and his buffing compound and stuff, and they're all upset and whatever. So he's like, hold on, just give me a second. If I don't get it out, I don't care. Call, put in the claim.
Yeah.
Like, just give me a second. Buffed it right out, and they were still bitching at him. He's like, you couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
That part of the bumper was shiny now, and the rest of the car wasn't even waxed.
Yeah.
So sometimes
honestly,
it works, I guess, but
the only accident I ever got in, man, was that way. It was like I accidentally bumped into somebody at like a red light. It was like high school, man. It was a long time ago, and same thing happened. It was another car just like mine. Just tapped it, and when we pulled over, looked, no damage. All right, see ya.
yeah.
I got so lucky, but you know what I mean? Like, if there's no damage, fuck it, man. You know, don't be an asshole like, oh, my neck, when you're not even going 5 miles an hour and you bump them, you know? I don't know. At some point, you kind of got to be a good person about it, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause everybody makes mistakes,
Yeah.
I guess. Unless you're just floored into a car.
Yeah. Get excited and just.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it was I was like, same weekend as seeing the car coming at me. So it was like, it's a weird weekend of fucking car things. But, yeah.
Yeah, you know, people feeling good around the holidays. Right after the holidays. So, I know me and you have talked about it, I don't think on the air at all, but pants.
Oh, jeez. Are we going to get into the furnace conversation?
No. Not that, I guess nobody
No, I'm just...
Nobody would really care, but
I'm curious.
I've been looking for a new pair of pants because I always wore the Levi's low rise.
527s?
Yeah, 527s, the low
32,
rise
32.
boot cut. And they're like fashionable. They're fashion jeans. They always rip in the knees and
paper
everywhere
thin.
else. Just like, because I wear them to work, so they rip all the time. And it's getting expensive. Or just looking like a jamoke with my knees hanging out like we're in the 90s here. So I've been trying to venture out and get different kinds. I know you've suggested some. My boss had an old pair of Wranglers, or just regular fit, whatever, that happened I could fit into. So I tried those because he couldn't fit into them. He had gained a bunch of weight or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a
mom
bunch.
jeans?
Not a bunch. Whatever. No, they're not bad. They're
The 501 Levi, the mom jean.
they're
It's like
decent.
bright blue and no figure to them at all.
They're like the color of what I'm wearing now, maybe just a little more uniform, dark. Like they're obviously
It's like that,
they're obviously Wrangler blue jean, you know.
yeah.
They're decent for work though. I think you've seen me in them, and they're not like, oh Jesus, you know, like.
Look at this slob coming.
What'd you take your grandpa's pants? So, one problem with those is the back pockets always rip.
Gotcha.
He was telling me,
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's the kind that he wears. He says that dark blue always back pocket rips.
So with full speed S slides.
Yeah.
On the guns.
Acid wash jeans, same design, never ripped on them. And the kind that I got are the dark blue ones. Both pockets freaking rip.
What?
So I've been looking for a new pair.
I don't even use both pockets.
I know, well, hey, whatever. I don't know. So I stopped at Walmart for something, and I saw they had all Wrangler jeans on sale or whatever, like $18.
Yep.
And I know that you had mentioned that the Carhartt Carpenter pants were good.
Oh yeah.
So I snagged a pair of the Wrangler Carpenter jeans. Didn't even bother trying them on. I was just on my way home from work. Got home, tried them on, and they kind of look like they're from the 90s. I don't know if it's just...
I can imagine exactly what they look like.
If it's because it's me and I'm a little skinnier.
They got the little brown square on the butt. They're like not a bright blue, but they're like a solid blue.
Yeah, solid darker blue, kind of like what I'm wearing.
They got the little
solid.
loop.
Yep.
But
they're
it's
like,
kind of like a cargo pocket loop where it's like, boosh. Yeah, it's like a...
And the pant just goes straight down. There's no like fit.
Yeah.
I was like, for work, I guess they're all right. And then the lady sees them. She's like, no.
You're not that old yet.
Yeah. She's like, those look like old man pants. I was like, I'll just return them. She's like, no, they're fine for work because, like, whatever. Supposedly right on it says, like, double strength, double thickness, which is good because I always wear holes between, like, the chemicals that sometimes splash and make it thin and weak. And
it's unavoidable.
Blah, blah, blah. So I figure I'd let you know, but it doesn't look good just from the lady's reaction.
No.
No.
Don't wear them out just to work.
Yeah.
Wear another pair of pants to work.
Yeah.
Change into them.
Yeah.
And then change them before you come home.
In secret. When customers come in, have them hold while you go change back.
Dude, you might as well just not have pants on all day. And just, just hanging around in your boxers.
So.
Excuse me while I put my pants on.
I don't know what's happening to me. I got married and now I wear old man pants and go to bed by midnight.
Ugh. Sounds terrible. But I'll tell you, man, I'll never switch back. I wear the canvas Carpenter jeans now, the loose fit.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
But you have always had bigger legs than I have, so I don't know if the Wranglers would look more normal on you than they do on me.
Well, they have. I buy the loose because, I got big legs. But
yeah, I got skinny legs.
They got probably like 6 different fits, dude.
Yeah, I gotta go look at the Carhartt ones because that's what those are, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's all I wear now.
Fucking Wrangler. The only good thing about them though is they're cheap.
Boy, isn't that the rigs though? I was telling you about the rigs.
Yeah, you were telling me Wrangler rigs, but I still can't find them. I went to Cabela's where I saw online they said they had them. Didn't have them at all anywhere.
Apparently they're the hot thing now, and I don't know if you'd want to wear them all the time because they got the liner.
Yeah, they got the liner.
Sweating your nuts off.
And I already got a pair of like old man lined pants from Cabela's.
Yeah, dude, they got some badass looking Carhartt pants. I'd go check those out. And honestly, I bought 2 pairs. These will last me well over a year.
Yeah, because those even just look thicker.
Yeah.
The jeans
they're
I'm
canvas. They're not jean. They're canvas. Yeah. It's like painter's pants.
Yeah.
Where you can't fuck them up, dude.
The jeans I'm wearing now they're American Eagle. They're not bad. They're comfy.
Yeah.
But they're like those other 527s where they there was always 2 where there was it was more like jean material and one that were like pajama material. You remember that? Where they're like soft and like weird. Yeah. That's kind of like how these are. They're like pajama jeans. Because they're just like soft, but they're like super thin and like they're not for work at all. Definitely like going out, like hanging out.
Dungajammas.
Dungajammas. What the hell is that?
Like dungarees.
Does anybody even call them dungarees anymore? Jesus.
I was like, all right, jeans won't work. Pants, dungarees, Dungajammas.
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 That's right. Should just get some overalls.
Dude, now you're talking. A little suspender action. I don't know.
Solve my plumber crack problem.
Yeah, it would. You just have a wicked wedgie all the time. You just bend over and pick up quarters.
It'll be the opposite problem. Instead of seeing skin, you're just gonna see 2 blue jean butt cheeks.
Oh, they look disgusting every time you bend over. I wouldn't be able to handle that.
Oh God.
Oh, he drops. Oh no, wait, I'll get him.
Is he
I'll
wearing
get him.
underwear? What's the? How is that even possible?
Please, I'll get him. Don't bend over.
Oh God.
Oh, well, that's the new thing with the women, man. They wear the young women there.
Oh, wearing the mom pants?
Yeah, they wear the mom pants up to their fucking nips, and they just got ass for months.
That. Yeah. That's not even like it looks good.
No, but that's the mom pants high as possible.
Yeah.
Man.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Belly button. What belly button?
It's gross.
Yeah.
Well, depends.
I don't know. I've never seen it look good.
No, it's fucking way too throwback, man.
Yeah. But,
Yeah. Ugh. Well, let's throw this out there. If you are looking to get in contact with us or send us an email, comments, anything like that, any questions you have for us, you can hit us up at GeepandGamPodcast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. Just search Geep and Gam on Facebook, or you can hit us at Geep and Gam. That's GEEP and GAM. I feel like sometimes when people say it, it's like, what the hell is that?
A and D, not the symbol.
Yeah, A and D.
Yeah, because even when I type it in, for the longest time, autocorrect just thought I wanted to spell Jeep, not Geep. So it'd be like Geep and Gam. What the hell is that? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, if you search Geep and Gam on YouTube, you get a lot of off-roading Jeep videos.
Yeah. Yeah, people just spelling it wrong.
Yeah, so if you're into that.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, and you can find the show pretty much anywhere. I mean, iTunes. If you listen to us on iTunes, make sure to give us a review. We'd appreciate it, and we'll read your name on the show. And you can find us on Stitcher, Libsyn, Podbean, fucking Blueberry, any of them. Yeah. We're there.
We're on YouTube.
Yep.
Live feed.
There's a live feed every show we do, pretty much every Monday. We usually post when we're going to do it. And, yeah, you can watch us. You can see our ugly mugs as we talk.
Yeah.
Or you can watch it any time at your convenience.
Yeah.
The video's always up there. Just search Geep and Gam on YouTube. And,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. We got to... What do you think? You want to do the shout-outs now, or you want to...
Yeah, might as well. Kind of talking media.
Yeah. Well, we've been gaining a lot of connections in the past couple weeks with a lot of other podcasts and a lot of good people on Twitter, as well as and we kind of want to give a shout out to the guys that give us the most shout outs, and that's the guys over at Cool Stories Show.
Yeah. Good
group of dudes over there.
Yeah.
Diamond Dave and all those guys doing a lot for us. Shout out to the guys from Ladies Night. I was going back and forth with them on Twitter. Good podcast. Check it out. The guys from 7 Days a Geek. It's a huge, I guess, geek podcast. Or they talk about pretty much everything, man. The episode I listened to, they talked about cereal. They talked about, not the stuff you eat, the podcast.
Yeah.
Talked about, like, movies, trailers.
The lady loves that, by the way.
Cereal?
Yeah.
She got into that?
Yeah, she's trying to get me to listen to it.
Yeah. Somebody was saying...
I know dudes that After Disaster talk about it.
Yeah, they were saying it's like... who was I listening to where they were talking about, like... it's pretty much taking a... Not Law and Order, but like... I think it was
like
on
a
7 Days
First
a
48 kind of.
Yeah, it's like take whatever that show is, the crime show, and just play that. You know? And then you can make a ton of money off it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was 7 Days a Geek was talking about that. Huge thing today. We our show got played on our Rock and Comedy show.
Yeah.
So huge thanks to Jay from over there, and thanks for playing us today.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It's cool to hear us on another radio station.
Yeah, being played out in Vegas.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Snake Oil Comics, another good podcast, and the Salt City Popcast. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. A lot of good people out there on the Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, helping us out, helping them out. It's pretty awesome. And then, as promised, we got a ton, my friend. Ton of iTunes reviews.
Yeah.
And we can't say thank you enough to all that that have done that.
Exactly.
It really helps the show and helps us get out there, and we, like I said, we really do appreciate it. So I'll read the names out. I'm not going to read every review because that's just pretentious and stupid.
Yeah.
If you really care that much, you can find them, but I do want to read the names.
Yeah, read the names.
Yeah.
If you want to read a couple.
So big thanks, serious big thanks to LS23, Mary F. and Poppins, Hannibal Smith 63, Quadfather MFT, Sky Blue Eyes 72, and the Brandon C. And that's obviously only 7, but there are 11. So thanks to everybody else who just gave us the stars. That counts and does mean a lot as well. So
Yeah, helps us a lot.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, we haven't been around long, but it's fun, man.
Yeah.
It's good community out there. I thought it'd be not really a competition, but it's it's like how the beer industry was when I first got into it. Everybody's looking to help each other out. Nobody's really competing. It's more just make a friendship and more buddies than anything else. Which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully either get some guys on this show or there's been a lot of talks about people actually want to hear us on their show, which I can't believe, but
yeah, that'd be interesting to do.
Yeah. The interview or
maybe just drop in or
yeah, just hang out, man. I'd love to. I mean, that's what this show, ultimately is all about, especially if you're listening for the first time. You probably realize that what we do is we just kind of, it's me and Geep over here. We just kind of catch up. We only see each other once a week when we do this, so.
Yeah.
We truly are. We don't really talk much before this, so it's just us catching up, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, it'd be cool to have some other people on here to kind of joke around with and, try to get some guests in here. And hopefully next show we'll have Frank on, the guy from Gavash Guitars. He's an old friend, and yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, he's a man of many wonders, man. He's an incredible builder. He's an incredible photographer. Awesome
family man.
Yeah, he's an awesome family man. Can't say enough about that guy. I love that guy.
Oh yeah.
It's
been too long.
Full of stories too. I don't know how many we can pry out of him.
We'll try. I mean, we don't want to get too crazy, but yeah, we'll definitely be poking him for some questions, but poking him with questions.
Yeah.
But we'll just have fun. We're not gonna put him on the spot or anything, but I don't want him to freak out.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Nah, he's a good guy. He's been in music and guitar industry for longer than I can think of.
Yeah, it's back when it mattered.
Yeah.
Back when the guitar industry was something to be proud about.
Yeah,
and not just another thing on a guitar stand.
Yeah. That and being in bands when it was cool to be in a band and got to play out places.
Yep. Yeah, speaking of which, I know Diamond Dave hit us up with a question about us playing live shows, but I think we're going to wait for when Frank's in here to answer that. Because I'm sure he's got... we'll get him thinking about it ahead of time, too.
Yeah.
We'll send it over to him, and it should be good. See what... I'd be interested myself to see what he's got going on.
Yeah.
So he's probably played a lot more shows than we did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just from the little bit he's told me. He's done quite a few.
Yeah. But yeah. So what do you think? Should we call it? Unless you got something else you want to throw out, or
Nah, I mean I only got one more thing, but it was just another movie I've watched.
Yeah. Did you end up watching all those Tom Hardy movies I was telling you about?
Oh yeah. You didn't. I don't know if you. I don't remember now, because I listened to it the day after it came out. Your number one pick for last year was Locke,
Yes.
which was good. Lady didn't like it so much because
No?
I had forgotten that the whole movie was in the car. For some reason I thought you said it was.
But that's the point.
It was the most of it, or what? I don't know, whatever. But anyways, you had told us, and I'm not sure if you said it on the podcast or not, to watch Bronson first.
Yeah.
Which
Bronson.
is
I
what-
actually watched that the other weekend
Which is
again.
what made you fall in love with him, or further fall in love with Tom Hardy.
Yes.
So we watched that one first as your suggestion, and it was a good, well done movie. Good story, whatever. And we're watching it, and you forgot to tell me that Tom Hardy is naked, so you see his ween.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. And not only do you just see it for a second, but he greases himself up with butter and everything.
Oh yeah.
Everything. So it's kind of weird, but
it's so good.
besides for him dancing around naked, trying to fight people, it was it was a good movie. And then we watched Locke, I think the next night, or maybe later on that day.
Yeah, because you sent me a message. Does Locke have any wiener in it?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no. I promise.
No, yeah, those are both good movies. And then a couple days later, we rented it and watched.
Well, it's how could you not want to experience that? Because
Yeah.
it's so brutal, but it's so
Yeah.
the whole movie. You're just, this kid is such a piece of shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you just feel bad for that mother so much.
Yeah, but she kind
Yeah, she wasn't the greatest.
of. She kind of caused it too, in a way.
Yeah. And honestly, the part I loved the most about that movie was seeing, I never remember actors' names, but the guy that's the father in that movie.
Oh, the dude from Talladega Nights.
Yeah, seeing him like that,
In a serious role.
serious role, and how
Yeah.
good he is, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So good, man. The movie came out of nowhere. It was just so good.
Yeah. That guy's good too. He was in because I was just gonna say it was nice to see him not with Will Ferrell.
Exactly.
being-
That's what made it so good.
Being that stupid humor.
He wasn't playing his
Yeah, that's
sidekick.
yeah. But he was in was he in Braveheart? He was in
Really?
one of those old Irish war movies, and he actually was good in that too.
John C. Reilly.
Might
That's
not
it.
have been Braveheart, but it was one of those kind of movies. No, he's a good actor when he steps away from being Will Ferrell's sidekick.
Yeah.
That stupid humor.
But man, so the lady enjoyed it. I mean, other than
No,
the
yeah, yeah, same feeling. Awesome movie, but not an awesome feeling after. But her doing what she does for work, she could see
Yeah, that's it.
what the mother was doing mentally to the kid,
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, like when she was pregnant,
Yeah.
to ruin the whole movie for everybody. When she was in the locker room with the other mothers, when it looked like a exercise class or something.
Yeah.
How she just had that disgusted look on her face, like she didn't want the baby, she didn't want to be pregnant.
See, I don't remember that.
Oh well,
I watched it recently too. I just
Well-
remember her telling him off. Didn't she?
I don't
She,
remember her. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I know she was sitting there, all the other women were changing and having fun and joking around with each other, and she was just sitting there miserable, and kind of looked like she didn't want the baby, or she didn't want, or maybe simply she didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
But, the way she was acting, I guess it was kind of she didn't want the kid, or
The whole kid has since the beginning been a burden.
yeah,
thing.
pretty much. And like the mother later on, when the kid was a little older, said that if it wasn't for him, she could be like in France, and like he was such like a little shit, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like she showed no love. Like when he was a baby crying, she wouldn't even hold him like to her.
Oh yeah,
she
would,
kept like holding him out or like putting him like wheeled his carriage next to a jackhammer.
Yeah, and then when the dad did it, the baby stopped crying.
Yeah.
If you remember, he picked her up or him.
Well,
up.
he picked him up and held him to his like you normally
stopped,
would.
Yeah.
But the mother never like, not that Michaela said it like any of this like to me. She just like said like you could tell like
Yeah.
the actor or actress did a good job like, playing the part.
Acting distant. Yeah.
Yeah. But that that's kind of more of like my words, not hers. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, like the mother like never like held the kid like lovingly or like. It was always just like, you're a burden. You're not clinging to me. Like the one time when he did, she was like all about it.
Yeah.
But other than that, she like never like cared to even like say I love you to the kid.
Huh. That's crazy. I guess I got so fixated on like him being a
Little
pain
shit.
in the ass.
Yeah.
That I didn't even like pick up on that shit. But yeah, now that you mention it, because he always like favored the father.
Yeah.
And because the father was always like loving.
Yeah.
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 But I don't want to spoil the movie too much, but it's a must watch,
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't ruin it, but.
Nah. But yeah, that, and if you're looking for another movie that's really good, is Bug. B-U-G. It's with Michael Shannon. Another like crazy movie, but it's not as bad. It's like just crazy mental like movie. But
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah. Could go on forever about him.
Yeah. I know. That's the problem. All right. Well.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Let's can't play the music, but I can give you some claps here. Let's get some claps here. So once again, to any new listeners, thanks for listening, and thanks for joining us if you're watching the live feed there. Really appreciate it. And yeah, till next time, we shall see you.
Stone.
See you next time. This is the Geep and Gam show, and yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, see you next time.
It always gets so awkward at the end.
Yeah.
We never know how to end this thing.
We should just stop it like we do how we start it. Just stop it. Don't bother saying bye or any of that bullshit.
Yeah, just fade out.
Like Sopranos. Just whoop.
Yeah, game over.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert.
I've never even seen it.
Yeah. But you know?
Yeah.
See, that's the ultimate.
Because Family Guy talks about it. They ended one of their episodes like that.
True.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Till next time.
See you. Bye. Thanks for listening.
I just hit something. Oop. Video.
Wow.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Ooh, 3.